Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to our newest project, the Scouts Report, presented to you by the New York Professional Scouts Association. I'm Joey Jarzynka. Our weekly report will be an extended version of our Scouts Minute. You know, the one that airs every Saturday morning on Instagram. Well, this one will be airing every Sunday on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter social media pages. So with that, shall we get to it? All right, let's do it. Episode number 1 showcases the career of our secretary, treasurer, former president, and most importantly, Chicago Cubs pro scout, Billy Blitzer. The Brooklyn native enters his 38th consecutive campaign on the north side of the Windy City, and his resume speaks for itself. We'll get to that in just a moment. But how did it all begin for Blitzer? Well, one summer afternoon in 1975, a Major League Scouting Bureau member, and at the time, former Cubs scout, the late Ralph DeLullo, would approach Blitzer and said, quote, "I've seen you working with young players and correcting their mistakes. I want your help in setting up a tryout camp," end quote. Well, for that quote, folks, we can thank our good friend Lee Lowenfish. And so began Billy's career at the Scouting Bureau as a bird dog alongside his mentor, the aforementioned DeLullo, until 1982. Well, that same fall, the Cubs offered Blitzer an opportunity to become a full-time scout. The 1982 Major League Baseball draft featured many recognizable names to us now, but didn't seem so noteworthy then. The list included David Wells, Dwight Doc Gooden, our good friend John Morris, Mike Maddox, Jose Canseco, and current Washington Nationals skipper Dave Martinez. But coming out on top at number 1 overall was Brooklyn's own Sean Dunston. The Thomas Jefferson product and shortstop became the first player from the New York area to be selected number 1 overall. During his 17 years of Major League service, Sean would average .269 at the plate, blast 150 home runs, and register 668 RBIs. He would record a pair of stints for the Chicago Cubs from his debut in 1985 till 95, then would return in 97, but only for half a season due to a trade to the Steel City in Pittsburgh. In 1996, he would sign in the Bay Area with the Giants, then return in 1998 via trade. It's a lot of movement, don't you think? And he would conclude his big league career with the Giants from 2001 to 2002. Dunston would earn a pair of All-Star appearances in 1988 and 1990 during his time in Chicago. Sean currently works as a special assistant for the San Francisco Giants. Well, let's get back to Blitzer's timeline and his career. In the 1984 Major League Baseball draft, another notable pitcher, more specifically a southpaw, would fall into the hands of the Cubs in the 6th round, as Sellersville, Pennsylvania native Jamie Moyer was selected. Moyer would record 269 career victories and 2,441 career strikeouts in 26 years of service. 26 years. How many nickels would I have if I ever heard a pitcher playing in the show for 26 years? A single nickel. But he'd make it worthwhile. At the age of 45, Moyer would earn his first World Series title with the Philadelphia Phillies. In his Fall Classic debut, he had a horrible stomach bug. Well, you'd think he was out for the count. Well, you thought wrong, folks. Here's Joe Buck and Tim McCarver from Fox Sports in Game 3 of the 2008 World Series to show you how the ailing Moyer earned that ring.
Talked a lot already about the weather as you look at the statistics during the regular season. Very good numbers. Take the age out of the equation, and you're looking at a guy who is one of the National League's best starting pitchers, period. He almost gave the Phillies 200 innings. The 2-2. Changeup gets Longoria. Here's a 2-1. And he lifts one into right center field. Back. I got it. Victorino, who says he's got it. He does. Tagging and scoring is Crawford. The stolen base pays off, and this game is tied at 1. The 1-2 pitch. Got Upton looking. Moyer fools him, changes up, gets his 3rd strikeout. Who's crouched over at the plate and hits it hard, but right at Utley, and that will do it for the first 4.5. For Moyer, 82. And he gets Iwamura for his 4th strikeout of the night. Got him looking 2 out. Wait the first pitch to Longoria. And he shoots one into left field. Back is Burrow at the wall to end the inning.
How'd the park hold that one?
It has to be the wind. The wind is blowing straight in from left. Second and third, nobody out. Gross hits it to first. Good pick by Howard. The race to the bag for the out. Crawford scores, and it's a 4-2 game. He'll hand off and then receive a hand.
But now, how did Jamie's final big league win look? Well, it came in a Colorado Rockies uniform inside Coors Field in Denver. Look at some of the guys he's fanning here in our next video. We'll let you figure out some of the names here because they've also left their mark in baseball as well. And at age 49, Moyer still did it at a high level. Here's Root Sports, now known as AT&T Sportsnet Rocky Mountain, to take you through Moyer's 269th and final victory.
See the numbers against the Arizona Diamondbacks. As a matter of fact, Jamie Moyer had won 89 games at the big league level before the Diamondbacks ever played their first game.
Strike 3 on the inside corner. Justin Upton froze it. Walt's son Brody.
It's the perfect game showcase ran by Jerry Ford.
Very good pop for Jason Kubel. And this could be 2. Nice job by Tulowitzki.
In last place, but the reinforcements are about to get in that direction.
Curveball, and Kubel goes down swinging. Got every stat imaginable in the game of baseball. Strike 3 on Paul Goldschmidt. That's 5 punch-outs for Jamie Moyer.
The 1986 Major League Baseball draft saw the Cubs select left fielder Derek May as the 9th overall selection. The Rochester, New York native but Newark, Delaware high school graduate would play for the Cubs from 1990 to 94. During the 1993 season, May would register his best year, tallying 77 RBIs, 25 doubles, and stealing 10 bases. He also averaged .295 inside the batter's box. He would go on to play in Japan to conclude his professional career from 2001 to 2003 for the Chiba Lotte Marines in the NPB. May's post-playing career involved a plethora of coaching gigs with the St. Louis Cardinals from 2005 to 2016. That included assistant hitting coach, minor league hitting coordinator, and coached the Palm Beach Cardinals in the Florida State League. In 2017, May would begin working with the Colorado Rockies organization and become their California League hitting coach for the Lancaster Jethawks. In 1987, Blitzer would sign infielder Alex Arias as the Chicago Cubs would select the New York native in the 3rd round of the 1987 draft. Arias would go on to play for Chicago for 1 season, then get traded to the Florida Marlins in the offseason of '92. He would then play 5 seasons in Miami Gardens, earn a World Series ring in '97, and then he would eventually conclude his playing career in 2002 with the New York Yankees. His final stats consisted of a batting average of .265, blasting 18 home runs, and registering 196 RBIs. 4 years later, in the 1991 Major League Baseball draft, Blitzer would sign center fielder Doug Glanville, as the Cubs would select the Hackensack, New Jersey native 12th overall. The UPenn graduate would record 8 years of Major League service in a pair of stints with the Cubs and the Phillies, where he would conclude his career in 2004. Glanville's final numbers included a batting average of .277, 333 RBIs, and 59 home runs. Take a peek at a pair of home runs while in the city of brotherly love.
Line drive right field, coming hard. Bautista can't get him. He gets by him. Glanville's going to get at least 3. He might circle him. He might circle him. But Book's waving him on. Book's waving him on. It's an inside the park home run. Doug Glanville. An inside the park.
The umpire rotation brought to you before every Astros game on Astros Radio by Mann Berkeley Eye Center. Here's the pitch swung on. Fly ball out into left center. It's deep. It's up and gone. Left center on the catwalk. Right up above their bullpen. Doc got it up. Glanville got it up big time.
Doug Glanville, not known as a home run hitter, but he is a guy who gets the bat.
Glanville currently works with NBC Sports Chicago, ESPN, and is also a contributor to The Athletic. Oh yeah, for those watching wondering what this backdrop is, after all of these episodes, we haven't had time to really explain what it is. My show, The Primetime Rundown, airs on the Eastern Observer on Friday nights at 6 p.m. Please follow us on Twitter, @ObserveEastern on Twitter. Tomorrow, we'll be welcoming New York Mets beat writer Anthony DiComo to the show at 8 p.m. For more information, please check out our Instagram page @The Eastern Observer. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's this week's Scouts Report presented to you by the New York Professional Scouts Association. I'm Joey Jarzynka, and as always, we'll see you next time.